black theme that. Matter of fact, I've been on black podcasts. Shout out to my man Obsidian. I've been on different black platforms. I've been involved with black groups. I had a black ad agency. I don't understand why we can have our things that are black. Mexicans can have theirs, like La Raza and stuff like that. Asians can have their own thing, but when whites do it, it's all of a sudden the hate crime. I don't get it. Now, me personally, I'm not going to be an advocate for white nationalism. If that's what they want to do, that's their business. But I'm saying the hypocrisy is whites can't have their own little groups, but all other races can. And really, it speaks to a sense of either just straight hypocrisy, do as I say, not as I do, or just inferiority, a sense of inferiority. You know, you feel like whites are the top and they control everything already, so they can't have a white specific group. That means you think that you're inferior if you're not white. That's my opinion about that. Now, me, I don't feel inferior or superior to anybody. And I feel like if we're going to have certain rules or certain groups, then we can't be hypocritical and say, okay, you're black, you can have this group that is black centered, but if you're white, you can't. That doesn't make any sense to me. And Twitter is being extremely partisan, you know, because you got Jack, who's like the CEO, or he was the CEO. Now he's the CEO again. I'm not really sure what's going on with the politics of that situation. But Jack has been openly partisan and helpful to Black Lives Matter, right? He's been seen with the leader, or the so-called leader, the most visible figure in Black Lives Matter, and DeRay McKesson, you know, wearing a similar shirt. I think it's even this thing on Twitter called Black Birds. You know, it's like this organization, or like this little group of people that are black on Twitter and they advocate for social issues. So Twitter itself can create a black centered group, but it'll ban white centered groups or people that are affiliated with white centered groups. It doesn't make any sense, but you know, it makes perfect sense if you understand that Twitter is very partisan. They're going to advocate for non-white people and go against those that are proponents of being white. That's just pretty much what it is. And this comes just a few hours after Steve Bannon was introduced as the White House chief strategist because of his affiliation with the alt-right. So anybody associated with the alt-right, or you get banned right away. And this is after Milo Yiannopoulos got banned from Twitter, who was also affiliated with the alt-right. And Milo, I mean, you can't get no more of a minority than that, but he still is white at the end of the day when you look at him, because he's a minority as far as his actual designation, because he's a Catholic, gay, conservative, Greek Jew, right? He's Jewish ethnically because his mother is Jewish, but he's Catholic religion wise. That's how he was raised. And he's gay. So, I mean, Twitter says they want to, you know, be champions of the minority, et cetera, except for if you're white. If you're white, then you're just white. There is no minority status. They don't care if you're gay. They don't care if you're a Jewish guy. It doesn't really matter. You're still white in their eyes. Anybody that's white, well, you pretty much just fair game. Anybody that's black or non-white, oh, it's all good. I think that's unfair treatment. As a black person, I don't want extra treatment. I just want to be treated the same as everybody else. Judge me the same as you would judge everyone else. Don't look at me as some kind of special snowflake because of my skin color. You know, if I do something wrong, and call me out on it. If I'm speaking incorrectly, call me out on it. Whatever it is, don't hold me to a lower standard because I'm black. That's the way it should be. And a lot of these government programs seek to enforce the opposite. And people like Jack from Twitter seek to enforce the opposite. And I think that's a form of bigotry in itself. It's the bigotry of low expectations and of a higher ranking of white people than other people that aren't white. And it's whack. And what's funny about this whole situation is they want to ban people from the alt-right, or people that are affiliated with the alt-right allegedly, but they don't want to blame anybody that's talking about rape Melania. Matter of fact, they let rape Melania trend on Twitter. You know, I saw it on the side where it says rape Melania because you had some so-called feminists or activists outside of Trump Tower with rape Melania signs. They let that rock. You know, they just let that go. Man, on Twitter, you also have pure pornography on Twitter. I mean, you can just watch hardcore porn right there on Twitter. That doesn't get banned. The people that say rape Melania don't get banned. The people that say they want to kill Donald Trump en masse don't get banned, as far as I know. If I'm wrong about that, let me know in the comments below. But people that really engage in truly subversive and threatening, life-threatening activity on Twitter are somehow given a pass. But if you're affiliated with the alt-right, if you want to advocate for the will and for the good of your people, then that's somehow enough to get you banned from the platform. But you see, the thing about Twitter is that they may fall eventually anyway. I saw an article that said Vine has fallen, and Vine is a Twitter product, and Twitter may eventually fall as well. They were going to get acquired by Disney, but they did not get acquired because of how controversial and just messed up it is. They didn't want that to ruin their brand. I mean, think about Disney. You have acquired a platform that you can see hardcore porn on. You can see people getting banned left and right. It causes a lot of controversy. It seems like Twitter is always in the news for a negative reason, so they wouldn't want that affiliated with their brand. And eventually, if you're not able to get acquired, you may end up failing due to not being able to meet up with your demand of the business that you have. I know they have like sponsor ads and whatnot now, but they might not necessarily be enough to keep them afloat into the future. And at the end of the day, you can ban us all you want. I mean, you could ban people that are affiliated with conservatism, that are not affiliated with leftism, and that's fine. At the end of the day, people are just going to rebel against you. And there's other ways for the alt-right message to get out. There's other ways for non-liberal points of view to get out to the public. I mean, many of us are on forums. Shout out to Reddit. Shout out to 4chan. You guys are doing great work out there. I see y'all. But there's a lot of forums. I mean, you got Facebook, and if Facebook will ban you, you still got other platforms and other ways to get the messages out there. You know, on Twitter, I only got about 3,000 people following me. And shout out to all of y'all. I love all of y'all on Twitter. But on YouTube, I got about 70,000 people. Twitter is not going to be the end all be all. And at the end of the day, if you keep banning people from the network, if you keep doing hypocritical things, you're going to create a backlash, and your ability to monetize is not even really that tight. So you may end up failing just because of some other stuff, because of some back end company stuff, rather than how you are being draconian in your banning practices. So that's pretty much all I got for it. You know, Twitter, shout out to y'all. You know, this is just kind of silly that you're going to ban people from the alt-right. If you're going to ban people, then be equal here. Don't ban Milo because of the whole Leslie Jones kerfuffle. Don't ban people from the alt-right because of the Steve Bannon kerfuffle. Ban people that say rape Melania. Ban those that say they want to kill Donald Trump. Maybe ban some of that pornography on there, because there's no kind of age gate or nothing like that. You can have little kids get on Twitter and then they can just see whatever they